Hey guys, welcome to my basement. My name is Brent Lomer. I'm the strength and conditioning coach at the Sport for Life Performance Center. I got my dog, Zach, with me here today. Zoe's upstairs. She didn't want to be on tape, but Zach loves his ball. So he'll be kind of jumping back and forth throughout this little video series here today. Today we're going to go through just a little bit of a foam roller series, a little bonus content for Sport Manitoba athletes, as well as some of our personal training, general health and wellness folks. Okay, so all we're going to need today here, guys, is foam roller, as well as a lacrosse ball, tennis ball, golf ball. Whatever you got is sufficient. Okay, so we're going to start off here, guys, with our foam roller series. Foam roller series starts up on the thigh. Okay, so on the IT band, lateral aspect of the thigh. Okay, so basically that IT runs all the way from the hip down into the knee area, and we're going to roll that spot first up. So to get this going, you're going to stack your legs one on top of the other if you want. If you want to take some pressure off, you find that this is too intense, you can cross this leg over and put some weight into this leg. That'll take some of the pressure off that IT band on the downside. Okay, that's exposed to the foam roll. Okay, and then from here, we're going to roll from the hip, but not over the hip bone. Okay, all the way to the knee, but not over the knee. Okay, so I'm kind of using my top leg right here to drive myself up and down. Again, from the hip all the way down to the knee. Okay, you can support yourself on your elbow, or you can support yourself on your hand like I was doing before. If you want to go legs stacked one on top of the other, I find it's a little bit easier to go off the elbows. But hey man, that's your call. Alright? So that's the first spot, IT band. We would just roll right into the next spot. The quad, because it's most convenient. It's right next to the IT band. So for the front surface of the quad, how this is going to work is you're going to have the majority of the roller off to the side, okay, and the edge of the roller kind of between your legs, okay. So I'm going to get the front surface of my thigh in contact with the roller. I'll just show you from the front so you can see how much of the roller actually hangs off, and then I'll show you from the side. So here I'm rolling from my hip flexor where the stomach meets the thigh, okay, but not into my stomach, and then all the way to just above my kneecap, but not over my kneecap, okay? So hip flexor where the stomach meets the thigh, nice and slow, and then all the way to just above the knee. And then I'll show you from the side here. So I'll just mention now, guys, with this rolling stuff, should be slow. It shouldn't be too quick. It's meant to be kind of inhibitory or relaxing. If you do it too quickly, like this, it might actually excite your muscles, turn them on a little bit. Okay, so you want to move nice and slow. Find the sticky spots being the spots that suck the most or you feel the most. Stick on them, and you can either oscillate kind of top down, or you can go side to side. Okay, so here I'd just be rotating my leg internally, externally, okay, inside, outside. If you really want to go A game on this quad, you can bring your heel up towards your butt and then extend. So this is flexion, extension on a sticky or a tight or a painful spot. Okay, so you just move through that flexion extension. If you want to go even more, AAA game, you can bring that heel up towards the butt and then rock side to side. But hey, if something feels sketchy, it probably is sketchy, so don't do it. Sketchy being like tingly, numb, cold pain. You could be sitting on a nerve, you could be sitting on a blood vessel, kind of shutting off some blood flow. So that's why it may get a little cold. So again, if it feels sketchy, it probably is sketchy. So just move on to the next spot or move on to a different area where it doesn't feel so sketchy. All right. Next spot we're going to get to, guys. It's a series, so it's pretty convenient that we're going to make our way to the groin next. Okay, so the groin being the inner surface of the thigh. Okay, so we were at the quad. We started with the ITB, and now we're going to go to the inside of the thigh. So same setup as the quad. Majority of the rollers off to the side. Inside edge between the legs. Okay, expose the inner surface of the thigh. Again, I'll just show you from the front. Expose that inner surface of the thigh to the roller, and you're going to roll from up into your crotch and then all the way to just above the knee. So into the crotch, into the groin region, and then all the way to just above the knee, but not over the knee. So the groin spans a good chunk of the inside of the thigh. There's groin muscles. There's groin muscles in the front, almost into the hip flexor where the stomach meets the thigh. They almost like mesh. And then there's actually groin muscles all the way into your posterior backside of your leg, into your hamstrings. Okay, one of your groin muscles actually acts as a fourth hamstring for powerful hip extension. So it spans a wide range of that inner thigh. So you want to make sure that you're getting the front kind of right down the middle and then almost into the back as well. Okay, in other videos, I'll show you guys how to really hit the hamstrings. Okay, and that fourth hamstring or that adductor groin muscle that could be considered a hamstring. Okay, for powerful hip extension, running, skating, jumping, so on and so forth. So that was the series: ITB, quad, and then groin. Next up, we're going to make our way to the upper body. Start on the lats. So extend the arm up. You're getting into the armpit, okay, kind of on the back side of the armpit. So it's not your ribs. Again, if it feels sketchy, it probably is. If you feel like you're rolling bone, not a lot of benefit to rolling bone that I know of. So stay on muscle, stay on kind of fascia. Fascia is what envelops or wraps around the tissue, the muscle tissue. That's the stuff you want to get to. You don't want to be rolling too much bone or like organs or something. Mainly muscle and fascia. Okay? So just to reiterate, this is the backside of the armpit. So it's kind of that meaty piece in here. And that's what you're going to be rolling. So again, nice and slow. Catch the sticky spots. Once you found one, rock front to back. Gentle oscillations up and down. Clear it out. Move to the next spot. Next one. Upper back. So for the upper back, just losing you here. All right. For the upper back, we're going to do a top down and we're going to do a side to side. So with this one, take your hands, put them on the back of your head, and you can either go butt up or butt down. Butt down takes some pressure off your back. Butt up puts a little bit more pressure on the upper back. So with this, we're rolling from the bottom of the shoulder blade all the way up to the base, almost the base of the neck. So not totally into your low back and not into your neck. So that spot kind of between the low back and the base of the neck. Consequently, that's your upper back, your thoracic spine. Okay, so just gentle, kind of up, down. This one usually feels good more than anything. Big thing with this is just watch your neck. You don't want to be doing too much of this. You want to kind of support your neck. Keep the distance from the chin to your chest the same kind of the whole way through the movement. Feel me? Next up, cross your right arm to your left shoulder, left arm to your right shoulder. For this one, we're just rocking side to side. Okay, side to side. So I'll start at the bottom, nearest the bottom of my shoulder blade, and then I'll just kind of work my way up, inch my way up, almost up to that base of the neck. Just gentle, kind of side to side movements. Again, hips down takes the pressure off. Hips up puts a little bit more pressure on. Okay, so that's the upper back. So we just went through lats, then we went through upper back, top down, and then we went through upper back, side to side. Okay? Again, clear those spots out, then move on to the next one. Honestly, you'd be sitting around 1 minute to 2 minutes in each spot, so that's 1 to 2 minutes on your right side ITB, 1 to 2 minutes on your quad, 1 to 2 minutes on your groin, next side, 1 to 2 minutes on each spot. Okay, clear it out. But if something is okay, you can spend a little bit less time on it. If something feels super tight or very, very kind of high tone, lots of tightness in it, then you can stick on that spot a little bit longer, upwards of 2 minutes, even a little bit longer if you wanted to. It's not going to hurt you as long as it doesn't feel sketchy. I'll just mention now too, when you want to do this kind of stuff, you can do this stuff as a standalone session. You can do this stuff as a warm-up, but if you do it as a warm-up, you want to make sure you do some sort of dynamic exercises afterwards. And if you're an athlete of ours, you know what that is. That's like glute bridges, dead bugs, the butt to heels thoracic rotations, the A skips, the two-step shuffles, like that kind of stuff, right? Because it is a relaxation thing. It is inhibitory in nature, as in it turns things down or turns the muscle off. So you'd want to follow it up with some sort of excitatory or kind of warm-up, dynamic warm-up activities. Feel me? So if you do it before your game, before your workout, just make sure you follow it up with a actual warm-up, okay, with dynamic movements. Or you could do it after your training session. Okay, so standalone session, warm-up, as long as it's followed by a dynamic kind of warm-up. Or you could do it kind of afterwards. No need to do a warm-up or a dynamic movements after.